Okay, so we'll start off. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of information, a little different this time. Keep you guys abreast of things that are happening here in South Florida and why Florida is just such an interesting place to be with everything that's going on. So, valuations for office properties. Office properties are historically one of the properties that has, I guess, the first one to get hit when there's a downturn and the last one to actually come back up. And we've seen some growth in that one. So in this particular case, we're seeing that rent growth and sales growth are starting to slow down, not go backwards. Whereas the rest of the nation, you can see that they started to go backwards. We're still well above the line. So again, office property is strong, and that's a good indicator of our economy. People are back to work. This one has to do, we'll see two slides on this one. This one has to do with loans that are coming due. So while we're starting to see some bankruptcies coming up in the courthouses, again, there's still a lot of equity. So I think that these will actually work themselves out in the end, and we're not going to see that big issue with, properties getting foreclosed. Again, I think that the banks are going to work something out. There's another slide with some of the smaller banks and the issues that they're running into. So everybody wants to work it out. There's still a lot of equity. Interesting. So now we've got co-living spaces here in South Florida. For those of you who went to college and spent room in a dorm, now we've got something similar in one of the happeningest places here in South Florida, the Wynwood area, where you can rent a 2-bedroom to 5-bedrooms apartment, and that apartment would come with roommates. So you rent your room and you guys share the kitchen and the living areas, and then you've got some really great amenities. This particular building has a beautiful rooftop pool with some weights and a nice green area. So, and this is the second building in that area. Okay, commercial leasing. So commercial leasing here in South Florida has a tax that's associated to it. So when you pay a lease, you pay sales tax on top of that lease. And they've been bringing it down slowly over the years. It went from 4.5% now to 2%. In Dade County, we have surtaxes on top of that. So there's an additional 1% on top of that. Anyway, only if you're a commercial tenant does it make any, are you concerned with it, or commercial landlord. Here's the other one regarding the banking. So a lot of the smaller banks that actually have these loans are concerned because they're overextended and they need to figure out how they're going to play this into their books. So I think in the end, this is going to work itself out, and these guys are going to figure out their loans. Again, there's too much equity to be left on the table to try and foreclose completely on a property. It doesn't make sense for anybody. Retail, what's happening in retail? Our retail is going up. We've actually gone from down here, the yellow line is South Florida, and we're down up here, we've surpassed the U.S. as I guess, per capita. So again, our retail is still strong, still moving along. I wanted to being an industrial guy, I wanted to bring something industrial into the conversation. So in this particular building, it's 1.1 million square feet, just got leased out by one tenant, large logistics company. So again, it just shows you the strength of what we have. And this one, by the way, this is in Fort Pierce, so this is just outside of South Florida in the neighboring county. But again, it's a great way, centrally located, so it can service all of these different things. And a quick little factoid, 1.1 million is about 1/3 of what a tanker truck actually holds. So how's that for size? And then lastly, we're going to start seeing a lot more new development on some of these different spaces that we have near the railroad. So we've got a railroad, we've got the Bright Line, we've got the Tri-Rail, and we've got the Metro Rail. So we're going to see a lot more development going up in areas like that. And a lot of those may be industrial. However, puts us close to the train station. So again, makes it easier, especially since we've got 1,200 people still moving into the state of Florida every day. That's a lot of people coming in here. So we either find them a place close to the train station or find them another car. Let's keep the traffic to a minimum. Anyway, this is South Florida. If you guys have got any questions, let me know. If you need anything commercial oriented, we're here for you. Have a great day from sunny South Florida.